Oh baby, you already know, it's that time. We're in downtown Toronto, going to the Bay Street Video, seeing if there's any Kino Lorbers. My main pickup for today is the taking of Pelham, 1, 2, 3. So here we go, Bay Street Video, let's get it. I haven't been downtown in a while, so it should be interesting. Might find something cool, might find out something interesting. Now available. Halloween Ends 4K. Got Clerks 3. They don't have the 4K though. We'll check. We'll see what they got in there. Oh yeah, Carrie. I still haven't gotten any of those. Dragons Forever, depending on the price. Pulp Fiction. Oh, let's go in and see. Here we got the 4K section, the new release section. They got the Diamonds Forever. $39. That's actually a really good price. And it's the last copy. I'm gonna pick that up. Definitely. It's the last one too. But of course, gotta pick up every Kino Lorber release. Oh no, there's no more. Oh, that's sad. Oh, dang it. They do have one last copy of Adaptation. Oh, I like that slipcover. They do have Amsterdam. I didn't hear the greatest things about it, and it's on Disney Plus. Ooh, what's this? Freeway. I've never heard of this before. It's a nice slip. Vinegar Syndrome. Very cool. I'm actually gonna ask about that. A taking of Pelham. Maybe they have more in the back. Who knows? Train to Busan. Heard good things about this. I'll pick it up. Find a good slip of it. Respectfully put it back. They do have this Vinegar Syndrome release for Roadhouse. $60. Roadhouse isn't that much of a favorite movie of mine. My dad loves it, but Lost Highway, The Changeling, all the good hitters are sold out. But we keep looking around. See anything cool? Never seen this before. Ooh. Full Moon, I've never heard of this company before. Still got a bunch of the holiday stuff. Sunny Chiba collection. Heard great things about this. It's just a standard Blu-ray. There's no 4K. Still got these. Oh, people are selling those slips for a lot. $6 million main collection. Oh, I need to get this one day. I don't have an imprint yet. Nice. Oh, this chunking set.
Yeah, I gotta probably call me, did you? Yes, I did.
They got all these. Paranorman Steelbook. Very nice. Whoa, I didn't notice that much. $400. There's probably like 2 really good movies I want though. They got Rollerball. No slip though. No slip.
So I got Bullet and the. I didn't hear you.
Still got a bunch of good stuff here. Elvis Blue Hawaii. Very nice. I haven't seen this in the wild.
What is it?
Bullet Train. 4K Steelbook.
What if I had 2 cards? So I get $10 off? Yeah, $5 off 2 items.
I had a jury. Nice.
One for us. You're buying 3 things, you have 3
Green Planet. I still never got myself into buying these kind of documentaries on 4K. I know they look good, but I don't know, dude. Ooh, Running Man Steelbook. Very nice. Oh, it comes with the clear slip too. Very nice. Very nice. They got one copy of Pray for the Devil's Slip. That's also very nice. Let's copy Goodfellas. Nice. Mini Cop Marine. I still need to get this. Death Wish 2. I'm tempted because Death Wish 1's coming out soon. Got much stuff yet. This came with a slipcover. I saw this at the pawn shop, but I mainly wanted it for this. But there's going to be 4K coming out soon. Yeah, man. The second location. These people already giving away. This just came out. It's funny. Quite a few stuff here. I'm gonna get the fork. Crazy that just came out. I'll keep saying that, but it is crazy. What's the Shout Factory? That's one. A lot of cool stuff. Here's the normal 4K section. I usually don't find anything too good here. Anything cool standing out? I got this for 50 bucks. Nice set of 4Ks. Incredible Hulk, nice. Green book with a slip. Yeah, again, nothing interesting. I might look back at those new releases or those recent pickups and see anything cool there. Any 4Ks in the steelbook section? Oh, that's a cool steelbook. There's literally no way to tell if these are 4K or steelbook or 4K. What? Interesting, so it comes with a 4K disc. I'll ask about that. Found this Prawn 4K steelbook. I don't know if it's 4K, I think it's just Blu-ray, but that's cool. Alright, last stop of the day. Oh, nice. They got a bunch of Blu-rays out here. These are the $4, right? Three for 10. I'll look at these when I get back. All right, wow, that was a pretty eventful day. Almost got stabbed, but that's fine. You know, when people go through this kind of experiences, like, oh, I'll never go back there again. But honestly, the deals are so good, I might as well just go back there. Yeah, so after the first stop at the Bay Street video, the reason why there wasn't a little outro thing, I was filming my little outro, and then there's like a Tim Hortons, so in that little foyer area, there's like a Tim Hortons attached to it, and there was some very disturbed guy. I'm not gonna shame him because I don't know what he's going through. He was probably having a really bad day, so I'm not gonna shame him. But you shouldn't talk to people that way. So he walked past my frame. I was like, "What up, guys? I just spent a lot of money on physical media." And then he's like, "What the fuck are you think you're fucking doing, huh? You think you can fucking film me?" And I'm like, "Whoa, dude, I'm not even filming you. I'm just, you know, making my little outro." And he's like, "You shouldn't fuck," because I was kind of giggling because I'm like, "This guy's serious?" I was like, ah. And then he's like, this isn't a fucking joking matter. And then he pulls out his flip phone and he takes a picture of me. He's like, "Now I got you, you fucker." And I'm like, "Whoa, dude." He's like, and then all of a sudden he starts rambling at me. He's like, "Someone pulled a fucking knife on me. How do I know you're not gonna do the same?" And I'm like, "What, dude?" I'm like, "I'm literally just here by myself, showing the DVDs I bought for my friends. And I'm like, dude, I'm the last person who's gonna shank you or something. Maybe because I'm brown or something, so I don't know. Who knows? But that was an ordeal. He made me delete the video. He's like, delete the fucking video, which obviously I did delete it at the end of the day, but he just like, see, I deleted your photo, and then he just walks away. So that could have gotten really badly. Thankfully, I have some pretty decent de-escalation skills. Knowing people like that in my life, knowing not to say certain trigger words, like, oh, it's a free country, or like, oh, it's a public space, I can film whatever I want to. That just is unnecessary. It raises stress levels, it raises fighting kind of words. So I was like, I let him talk, I let him ramble at me, let him swear at me, said a few racial slurs at me. But like, I was laughing on the inside because this guy was basically like, have you ever seen that video where there's some guy playing the trumpet on the street corner and this little guy just comes up randomly, you motherfucker,
you disgrace! You are everything that's gone wrong in this world. You are self-consumed, no talent, mediocre piece of shit.
So basically it was like that, but it could have gotten physical. I did not want to deal with that. I had hundreds of dollars worth of 4Ks that I didn't want to get damaged. So I basically almost got beaten up. Well, I wouldn't have gotten beaten up. I would have gotten into a physical altercation over filming a hunting video. And I don't really outwardly film people because that's not me. I respect people's privacy, but I'll film myself. And if they're in the background or whatever, I make sure to, because how he caught me was I was filming myself and I noticed he was coming around, so I go like that. And so when you can see my phone screen that I'm recording something, he was like, oh, what the fuck? So it makes no sense. Hopefully the guy gets help, but hopefully he has a better day because, you know, I don't know what he's going through. Might have gone through some really bad shit. So hopefully if you're out there, crazy little guy, I'm praying for you and hopefully you have a better day. So anyways, it was worth it because that Bay Street video had a lot of really good stuff that I've been looking for. I came in, obviously if you saw, I came in wanting to buy a bunch of Kino Lorbers and they didn't have any of the Kino Lorbers. I've really been meaning to check out Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I've been letting it go, and then the time I decide to actually want to buy it, it's sold out. Same with Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. Same with In Bruges. A friend of mine online was like, dude, I got the last one, and I was like, fuck. Because then I read more about it, and it's made by the same guy who made Banshees of Inisherin or something like that. I have no idea, but he made a movie that I was intrigued in, and I wanted to watch those movies. But yeah, so now I gotta switch the fucking SD card because I'm out of space. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Because you know me, I love me some Kino Lorber, and they didn't have anything there, so I'll probably just buy the next sale because I didn't realize how cheap it would be converting it. Because I think that the shipping and taxes there was no taxes if you buy online from Kino Lorber, and the shipping was like 20 bucks, so it wasn't really that bad. So next time I'll buy Kino Lorbers will probably be during the sale. But I did pick up a bunch of Asian cinema and a lot of cinema that I was really anticipating on getting and wasn't expecting it to be that good of a deal. So let's take a look. I went to 5 places. I went to 1 Bay Street video. Oh no, 4 places. I went to 1 Bay Street video and 3 BMV. So let's take a look at my big haul. My big haul. That sounded weird. I don't know. All right, so first we got the fat stack. I was able to get $5 off because I have those. I think it's like every $20 you spend, you get a star on those stamp cards, and I think it's like 8 stamp cards. If you spend 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 200 bucks, you get $5 off, which isn't the best thing, but $5 is still $5, you know. So I was able to get $5 off that, and I had some cash off, which I guess it's weird, you know, like when you pay with cash and then you pay for someone with debit, it doesn't feel like you've spent money, even though you have spent money, but that number in your bank account goes lesser than when you notably see. I don't know, I didn't really feel that way. But so I got a bunch of things, starting off with Dragons Forever. This is a blind buy. I actually don't mind picking that up. It's a pretty chunkin' set. I really like the artwork for it. It comes with a bunch of things. It comes with the 4K art book and a bunch of photo cards, which I really don't care for. But this is a very nice set, and you know, you can't go wrong with early 80s Jackie Chan. Sammo Hung is in this, or at least I believe so. I think he directed it or something, but you can't go wrong. Yeah, 88 films. This was made by, I don't know, there's a lot of but it's region free. So the 4K is region free, but the standard Blu-ray is only region A and B. So people in region C, is that a thing? I have no fucking idea. But for those other, yeah, A, B, and C, and then the Blu-ray is only A and B. So heads up for that if you're planning on getting that. But I think most of us will be getting the 4K. Although the Blu-ray, I'm pretty sure, is on the bonus features are on the Blu-ray. So that's kind of a bit of a bummer. But you gotta give and take when it comes to these kind of releases. Are you expecting the world, you know, or do you mainly want to watch the movie in its highest quality? It's whatever. But Dragons Forever 4K Blu-ray, and then because Kino Lorber will be releasing Death Wish 1 on 4K in the next couple weeks, I had to pick up, this is the last copy. This was pretty expensive. This was like $45, but I don't know, I'm a fucking weirdo collector and I need to get everything if I like the movie. And I love the Death Wish movies. They're like the quintessential dad movies. Charles Bronson and Clint Eastwood are the quintessential dad actors. Like my dad, all he does is watch AMC, and basically it's either a Charles Bronson movie, a John Wayne movie, or a Clint Eastwood movie. So I had to pick up Death Wish 2, the Vinegar Syndrome 4K. I don't really care for the slipcover that much. It's nice that it's there, but the artwork on the main, like I really like this artwork. Very, not vintage, but very kind of like you'd see this like on a kiosk outside of the theater. It looks really cool. This one, I could care less for. I wish this was this and that was that, but I mean, whatever. I mean, at least it has a slip. It's a nice quality slip. And let me read what, and this is a new release. It came out not recently, but it came out early wow, we're in 2023. I was gonna say it came out this year, but it's 2023. This is 2022. But it does come with uncut versions of Death Wish 2 presented in high dynamic range, restored from its 35mm original camera negative. Also includes a 1080p Blu-ray containing the uncut and alternate TV version, restored in 2K from a 35mm interpositive. Death Wish 2 following special features, all that kind of stuff. So comes with a bunch of really good stuff. I now have a couple Vinegar Syndromes. I really don't tend to collect for Vinegar Syndrome because they're just really expensive. But when it comes to certain things like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I can't really pass those things up. I was so tempted to pick up that set. I don't know if that was Vinegar Syndrome or if that was Arrow. I'm pretty sure it was Vinegar Syndrome. That Roadhouse, because my dad loves that movie. But it was about $60 something, $50 something, and I'm like, oof. It's a pretty mid 80s action movie. Like I enjoy it, I like it, but am I gonna spend that much money on a movie that I kind of like? Not really. So I kind of passed it up and got a movie that I really do like, and that is Death Wish 2 on 4K Blu-ray. Bronson's loose again, so boom. And then the next pickup, some more Asian cinema. I remember when this came out, I was really tempted to pick it up, but I never heard really much about it. I mean, obviously, I knew this movie was pretty big, and I know a lot of people really enjoyed it, but I kind of passed up on it because there's a few other things that I wanted to get, but for less than 20 bucks, for like $18, with a really nice slipcover, and I heard a lot of people really enjoy this movie. That is Train to Busan. Is this a sequel? Life or Death Survival? No, this is the first movie. Train to Busan. I heard really good things about this. The slipcover is in really good condition. And it's a 4K, and I love me some 4K. The slip is a bit tight when it comes to that, but hopefully that won't be that much of a problem. But it is a very nice looking slip cover. I like that image. I like the fact that the kind of color continues upward. It's not just black. It's kind of like the sky just continues upward. And what's cool, I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of like a glossy matte type finish, if you know what I mean. Like it's a different type of texture, and it's that way throughout the spine. And then the images, I don't know how I can display it, like me catching the light, but see how it's kind of like that glossy, there you go, how it's kind of that glossy kind of, not sticker type feel to it. It's not just like paper cardboard matte, but it has this indentation and like kind of smoothness to it. It feels really cool, and it feels premium, especially for like being like 18 bucks. So that is very nice, and I heard it's a fantastic movie. So Train to Busan, fantastic goodness. Zombie movies, a freaking zombie movie. And next is a movie that I got for under 20 bucks. That is The Mask of Zorro. You know, I've been meaning to rewatch this movie. I haven't seen this since I was a kid, honestly, and I heard that they're remaking it. I thought I might as well give it a rewatch. I heard the 4K was really good, and it came with a slipcover, so it was kind of a no-brainer, especially for under 20 bucks. It's just, I fucking hate these goddamn stickers. So I don't know, cause like, will it become like I kind of like seeing my Blu-rays when it has the, you know, watch it on PlayStation 3, cause it kind of feels like a capture of its time. But now I'm in that time where it's like, oh, play it on PlayStation 5. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. So I don't know. but because it does cover quite a bit of artwork. It covers almost like a quarter of Zorro's hat and face, right? So I probably will remove that. But it is a nice looking slipcover, and what's cool is that it is, I did not know about this, but it is different artwork. So that is really cool. So I am intrigued, and I heard fantastic things about the 4K. So I am super hyped. 2020 4K Blu-ray. Nice. Mask of Zorro. I can't really talk much about it because I haven't seen it in such a long time, but I remember watching this a shit ton when I was like a little kid. Like this, and Spy Kids, and those Robert Rodriguez films, those are all on my, you know, continuous, especially the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films, those are all on continuous loop in my household. And then I'll quickly go through these. I got the Ip Man trilogy. I'm not too fond of the fourth movie, but I had to get the first three, especially the first one. Ip Man, really, really nice looking slip covers. I love this. And the same thing with the Train to Busan. It has that kind of glossy finish when it comes to the screenshot panels. Very, very nice. Embossed spine, embossed front. They really put a lot of effort in this slip cover. Fantastic image, and it's less than 20 bucks, so you can't go wrong with that. My only gripe is I hate these HDR tabs that are printed on there. They just grind my gears, especially when you compare it to Ip Man 2. This is okay because it's kind of placed in the same area, but then you go to Ip Man 3 and it's all over the place. I don't like when a lot of these movies, I kind of like having a cohesiveness when it comes to the artwork, so that you know that Ip Man 1, Ip Man 2, and Ip Man 3 are in the same series. It kind of looks different because you have one logo that looks completely different to this logo, that looks somewhat similar to this logo, but that doesn't look similar to this logo. So, yeah. So I know I love the first two movies. I saw them on Netflix recently. They were fantastic. The third movie, I don't know. I saw it there. I had to pick it up. I was hitting myself because I remember looking at my old vlogs from Best Buy, and I remember seeing those collection, the whole 4-movie or 5-movie collection for the Ip Man series on 4K for like 50 bucks. Remember that original set? And I keep hitting myself because I never picked it up, and now it's pretty expensive. But they did re-release the slipcover edition, so thankfully for that. And Ip Man 4 is out there in the multiverse or wherever. I see it multiple times, but I just never decided to pick it up because it doesn't come with a slipcover and it's pretty expensive. So those are the first pickups from the Bay Street video. Let's take a look at all the pickups from the BMV, the Books, Movies, and Videos. They're a secondhand retailer that sells CDs, comic books, normal like novels, graphic novels, but mostly they also sell Blu-rays, DVDs, and 4Ks, and some criterions as well. So let's take a look at that. So the first BMV I went to, the 4K I picked up, was Shazam on 4K. Now I know this was on sale, the Steelbook version, for the longest time. I think it was like 18 bucks. But I never thought that I'd want it, and then I see it for $10 or $11.90. I know my brother, he watched it in the theaters, and he said it was actually like a pretty fun like DC movie, especially because the DC movies that are coming out during this time were just so fucking drab and just such a buzzkill. But this brought back, even though I like those kind of movies, it kept going and going and going and going. So I was like, eh. But I heard this is a fun little Shazam movie, and it was filmed in my hometown, so that is cool. Like there's I think there's a shot of Shazam flying through the mall. That's literally a mall that's like 20 minutes away, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, Shazam on 4K for 10 bucks. They come with a bunch of these, the Bay Street video, or the BMV, they have so many stickers on here. It gets a bit of annoying because, especially, I don't really mind when it comes to the normal like case, but when they put on the slipcover, that really grinds my gears. So Shazam on 4K. I do own a bunch of the DC 4Ks in that kind of verse now, I guess, but I'm not gonna buy Black Adam, even though they're technically. And then they had a bunch of criterions for really cheap. I think this is like $21. Let's see. Hey Siri, what is $21 Canadian into USD? So $15, I don't know if you can see that, but $15 USD for these criterions, and this is a pretty chunkin' set. This is Ingmar Bergman's Fanny and Alexander. It says 21, but you know, converted into United States dollars is $15. This is a pretty chunkin' set. I was surprised they had it, and now I told myself I wouldn't buy any more Ingmar Bergman films physically because I want to get that big set, but I feel like I want to get the big movies that he's really known for physically. Like I own Persona, I own The Seventh Seal, and now I own Fanny and Alexander. This is a movie I actually haven't seen yet, but I've heard really fantastic things about it, and for 20 bucks you can't really go wrong with that. But it comes with a fantastic packaging, gatefold. It comes with a pretty sizable booklet, and it comes with 3 Blu-rays, I believe, right? Yeah, it comes with 3 Blu-rays. It comes with the theatrical version, the television version, as well as the supplements disc. And then on this side, it has a few screenshots. It's one of the movie, 2 of the movie, and then 1 of Ingmar Bergman directing in the background. So that's really cool. If you know me, Ingmar Bergman's one of my favorite filmmakers of all time, just because of the time period he was set in, and just the realism. His writing for just people is fantastic. Again, I love Persona. I love Seventh Seal more because it has more of like a kind of fantasy, not fantasy, but I like the aspect of the time period and stuff like that. But Persona's fantastic. Through a Glass Darkly is one of my favorite films of all time, and just his writing, I highly recommend it. These are slower films. These aren't action films. These aren't like comedies. But some of his films are comedies, but for the most part, it's just coming of age drama, just people talking. They can get depressing, but for the most part, it's just he's able to find sometimes actors who've never acted before, and then just get the best performances out of them. So Ingmar Bergman's Fanny and Alexander, super excited to own this in the collection for pretty cheap. Don't mind if I do. And then I got another $20 Criterion. It's also a pretty chunkin' set, and that is Steven Soderbergh's first feature film, right? First feature film? I think so, or second maybe. But this is King of the Hill, a coming-of-age movie. I haven't seen this movie, but for 20 bucks, I had to pick it up because when are you going to find a really good deal, especially for this really nice set. Pretty good condition too. I've gotten some sets, like that Persona set I got is a bit banged up, and I spent more on that, but for this, for $20, you can't go wrong with that. Again, really good condition box and a lot of really good artwork that I am really excited to get into this film. Now this does come with DVDs, so this is 2 DVDs. The supplements is on the DVD, I believe. So there's DVD 1 and DVD 2, which I believe is the supplements, or it could be on the same Blu-ray, because there's a Blu-ray here, and I just love this disc art. It looks fantastic, and this is just really cool. I just love when they have continuing artwork on the actual thing. So that's fantastic. So if you guys love Criterion, very nice. They had a few other things that I was interested in picking up, but I wanted to save some money because you never know. Because these pickups weren't like, yeah, I didn't need them, but it was a good price, and for films I know I'm going to like. So that's why I picked them up, but I wanted to save more money for this next location. And they had nothing. If you saw, they had a few things. I didn't know how they had After Hours, 48 hours later or something like that. That Eddie Murphy cop movie with Nick Nolte. Those were cheap as well, and they had the 2-pack. I'm like, wow, these just came out like a month ago, 2 months ago. Someone's already selling them, so it's crazy. But I found this. This is a Blu-ray steelbook. It's a pretty ugly looking steelbook in my opinion. I like the spine that just says Rambo. It's a pretty ugly looking steelbook. I don't like the blue little tab on it. But what caught my eye was I was looking, and there was like one other 4K steelbook, but it was for a movie I already owned, so it'd be monotonous just to pick it up for the steelbook, because I'm not really that kind of collector. But unless it's a movie that's like my favorite of all time. But this said 4K on it. If you see that, it says 4K, and I'm like, why does it say 4K? It's clearly a Blu-ray. And then I asked the guy, he's like, yeah, it comes with a 4K disc. I'm like, what? So I was able to get the 4K copy of Rambo 4, or just Rambo, for $14. So that's a pretty good deal, and it comes with a steelbook. I'll probably just sell off the steelbook, to be honest, because I don't really need it. I now currently have 4 copies of Rambo 4, which is pretty poetic, but it's a decent looking slipcover. I kind of like the back of it more, but this, if it was just this image, it would have been okay, but I hate the blue tabbing because it automatically dates itself and it automatically makes it so that if I try to display it, but I guess if I display it on its side, on its spine, you can't really, it doesn't say Blu-ray or 4K or whatever, so that's cool. But I got Rambo 4 4K, $14. I have the First Blood, I have Last Blood, and now I have Rambo 4. All I need is Rambo 3, and my collection will be complete, because I really don't like Rambo 2. It's not my type of movie. It's more of an action movie. Even though this is an action movie too, but this is more gritty, raw, really good special effects, really a lot of really good gore, and it just doesn't pull punches. Rambo 2 or Rambo First Blood Part 2 wasn't... It felt like a kid movie kind of, so I didn't really like, I'm not a kid movie, but like a 12-year-old kind of movie, like, oh wow, Rambo 2. And then the last BMB I went to, I scored pretty well, starting off with another cheap Criterion, and that is the Cremator. I watched this for the first time last year during my Halloween kind of thing. This was fantastic. I keep hearing every time I watch the Misfit Pond, he goes by this and he's like, this is a fantastic movie. I finally decided to watch it because it's on the channel. Amazing movie, fantastic. Such an underrated kind of horror, thriller, drama movie. It's basically about a guy who owns a crematorium, or he's a manager of a crematorium, and then shit hits a fan because it's 1930s Europe. If you guys don't know about 1930s Europe, something happened. So it deals with that. I'm not going to spoil the movie because there's a pretty big whatever, but love this movie. This has a 4K scan of the original camera negative. I love that disc artwork. And then it comes, oh, very nice, very nice. I love me some Criterion. They are expensive, but if you can get them for a decent price, they're well worth it because they put a lot of heart and soul into their restorations, or at least nowadays. They put a lot of heart and soul into their restorations. And if you love a film and it comes on the Criterion collection, you're set, boy, because it'll get the best supplements. It'll get the best restoration it possibly can, especially for Blu-rays and 4Ks. I have a few Criterion DVDs that don't look good, but that was back when, I mean, obviously, I have that original Silence of the Lambs 90s DVD. That doesn't look very good, but again, it was a 90s DVD, so I can't really gauge on how good those are supposed to look like. But anyways, and then I got here some more. I got some more independent horror. This is more of a comedy, but some pretty good gore, and that is The Toxic Avenger. I finally bit the bullet and picked this up. This is one of my favorite comedies of all time because it's just so crude and outrageous, and it's so random. It's like it's the original, not stoner comedy, but like it's so fucked up and it's so weird and it's so funny that I just love it. It's independent, a lot of really cool like practical effects that when I saw it for, it was $20, but it came with a nice green case, and I don't know, are we gonna get a 4K of this? Because it's only being distribution by Tromaville, by Lloyd Kaufman, so I could be wrong, and I'll probably pick it up day one if it came out in 4K. There probably is plans, I don't know, I'm not an insider. I'm just a dude who buys stuff, but I'm excited to watch this. I don't like the disc artwork, it's weird. Like the Blu-ray disc artwork is just like an out of focus shot of Toxie like in the background. It's really weird. And the DVD is just some chick. But I've been meaning to really rewatch this film. I haven't seen it since I was like in high school, and I loved it in high school back in the day. But hopefully now it still holds up. The first superhero ... from New Jersey. So Lloyd Kaufman, Michael Hers presents a Trauma Team production, The Toxic Avenger. So that is really cool, and I'm really excited to add this to the collection. See, I'm pretty keen-o. And then another pickup I got, I mainly wanted to get a bunch of 4Ks and Blu-rays that were under 20 bucks, and I did pretty well when it would come to the used stuff. And then I got the original Pet Sematary on 4K Blu-ray. Honestly, I read the book and I really enjoyed it. And I remember I know there's this and there's a remake, and I didn't really hear good things about the remake, so I'm assuming the original is decent. But for $14 for a 4K, you can't go wrong with that. I mean, you can you can do $9, but I mean, I can't beggars can't be choosers, and I've been meaning to hold out to watch this, and I finally saw it in person for a price that I'm willing to pay. So Pet Sematary on 4K Blu-ray. Hopefully it's good. I'll take a decent movie, but I love the premise. I love the book it's based off of. So, boom, Pet Semataries. And now, the last pickup is definitely the pickup of the day. Unfortunately, I might have to censor this because it's pretty graphic cover. I don't know if YouTube will pick up on this, but we got here Flesh Eater: Return of the Living Dead on 4K Blu-ray. But goddamn, look how many stickers they put on. This killed me on the inside. I was tempted not to pick it up just because of how much of a pain this is gonna be, and I might mess it up. It was $24. That's like what, $18 for a Vinegar Syndrome 4K. That sounds pretty good to, oh my god, and they put it on the inside too. So that is, oh, that's interesting. So in the slip cover, they go full free the nip, but then on the actual insert, they cover it with the guy's jacket, or they put a shirt on her for some reason. So, anyways, yeah, Vinegar Syndrome. I went from having no Vinegar Syndromes a month ago to now having like 4 or 3. So that's pretty cool. Again, a collection I don't really collect for because it is, you know, it tends to be really expensive. But hopefully it is worth it because I heard fantastic things about their transfers, and the disc artwork looks really nice. They put a lot of effort into the steel, into the slip covers. And is there a reversible artwork? There's reversible artwork. Fuck yeah, dude. Oh baby, you know me. I am definitely gonna reverse that artwork and keep it like that because I was a bit bummed out that it didn't come with reversible artwork, and I was like, oh, it's just the same exact artwork from the cover, but thankfully, or from the slip cover, but thankfully it is reversible. So now I have Flesh Eater. Now I don't know if I'm gonna like this. I might appreciate it for its gore, for the 4K transfer, because I have Zombie. I own the original, not original, but the Lucio Fulci Zombie, or Zombie 2, whatever you want to call it. Or, what was it called? Night of the Living Dead 2, Zombie 2, something like that. And I thought it was okay. I give it like a 5, a 6 out of 10. I know a lot of people love that movie. People give those like 10s or 9s or whatever. But because the gore is good, it's just I didn't really care for the performances, and I'm a pretty big guy on performances. But again, low budget Italian cinema. I think this is an American movie. I hope so. Vinegar Syndrome 2022. This came out last year and someone already sold it. I wonder why. Maybe they didn't like it. Maybe they're like me and they just didn't like the movie. Who knows? But also, I'm also going to censor that out too. Every time I show that slipcover, I got to censor it. But yeah, so Flesh Eaters: Return of the Living Dead. Hopefully this is a good movie. Hopefully I get some redeeming qualities out of it. I probably might not even watch it until next Halloween, but I might get around to it because it is a newer 4K. I might watch it to make a review for it. Who knows? I don't even know if I'll be able to show any screenshots from it because there's probably, judging by this, there's probably a lot of nudity, a lot of nips, a lot of nipples, and a lot of people's throats getting ripped out. But independent horror, 4K, practical effects, 80s. Unfortunately, these goddamn stickers, but it's nice. It's embossed. It has a nice material to it. I love the effort that they put into the slip covers. It feels premium. Obviously, it is premium, but it's worth the money. So those were the pickups of the day. We got a whole bunch of stuff. I risked my life getting these. Technically, it could have gone that way. So hopefully you guys enjoy this, and hopefully you like and subscribe. Have yourself, look at all the stuff I picked up today. Now that's a lot of stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. You hung around to the end because I don't know, because you're my friends. Anyways, have yourself a good day, night, evening, afternoon, morning. Whenever you're watching this, please stay safe and God bless. Peace, cheers, along with physical media. See you guys.